Okay,
Hi,
welcome to
Hi.
Exposure 2.0. Hello, hello.
welcome,
This
welcome.
Exposure 2.0 on this series, My Hot Local, where we speak to local artists who
Just
take part
sing.
in this Exposure 2.0 online group show. Today we have Just Sing here
Woohoo.
with us,
Hello.
newcomer.
Yes, yes,
Okay, first
yes.
time. So how should we address you? Sing, just sing,
Yeah,
or
uh, just like how you mentioned, just sing, because a lot of
just
people
sing?
tend to just sing, not just sing, but can just call me Sang whenever you meet me.
Sing. Sing
Okay.
easier.
Oh, sing is like a very kampong feel way to call.
More
Like
local,
like that.
more local feel.
Sing.
I like how my
Yeah,
mom
lo-
called me.
a more local flavor. Okay.
Uh,
All right,
Mm.
mind to introduce yourself to us.
Okay. So my full name is Ching Seng, but yeah, like we said just now, everyone can just call me Sang.
Okay.
And yeah, I born and grew up in Sarawak, currently residing in Subang, here
Mm.
in Selangor,
which
working.
which 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 part in Sarawak?
I'm currently in Subang area.
No, no. I mean, you born in which part of
Oh,
Sarawak?
in a really small town called Limbang. Yeah,
Limbang. Okay.
Limbang.
Bang.
Okay.
It's like, if anyone's curious, it's actually kind of stuck in between Brunei. That is what
Ah.
Limbang.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
it's a really
Sarawak. Sarawak. We only know Kuching.
yeah, yeah, it's really known there.
All right, Limbang. Okay, now learn my new geography. Okay, good.
I will teach you the
All
way.
right. All right. Okay, please
Yeah.
continue.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So currently working as a graphic designer slash UI UX designer here in Subang, Selangor here. And yeah, so that's myself. And for my brand is Shorkuma. It is, yeah, it's kind of like a toy brand line that I have been working on since June last year. Yeah.
Okay. So just to check, before you start working, you studied also graphic design.
Mm. Been I have studied graphic designs since I was like 18, since college. Yeah. Limbang was a really small town, so I didn't get much
Mm.
exposure, and then that's why I just started pursuing, and it's like going further and further, and that's where
Okay,
Mhm.
I see.
Yeah.
So what makes you want to like from graphic design and then jump into making your own toy?
Yeah, man.
It's that is actually is a very interesting story because I actually didn't want to learn graphic design in the first place, but
Oh, what do
because
you want
like
to
I
be?
said, oh, I actually wanted to become like animators or like illustrator for like those
Uh-huh.
games, more into like drawings and stuff rather than doing like marketings and stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
Okay.
yeah, it happens because I come from a really small place, so I didn't really know things about animations and stuff like that. So when opportunity came, they say graphic design, you can do art in it. I was like, cool. I just
Oh,
went.
okay. So
Two
Just
that
went.
means during that time the only art is graphic design they offer
Yeah,
the course, is it?
the only
Oh,
art
okay.
is graphic design and interior design. I was like, oh, I don't
Oh,
want to
okay.
do this. Yeah.
All right.
So I went with it. 2 years in, and then
Okay.
people, oh no, we don't do character designs. We do post and postcards. I was like, that's not what I signed up for. And then, but 2 years though, okay, might as well just continue, finish it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just
At least you finish your studies and here you are now.
yeah, I continued my degree till here, and
But you
then
you still how to say you still get to learn the rest of the other skills at your free time or something, since you already have the basic with your graphic design knowledge, right?
Mm.
So from there you can explore more.
I actually started exploring when I entered my second college, which was the One Academy.
Okay.
When I went there, yeah, that is when I started to find a lot more people who have a more diverse arts and everything. And
Okay.
also there where I actually met Utplex, who was kind of like a part-time
Ah,
for a while.
yeah,
Oh,
lecturer,
okay.
right?
Yeah, for a while. But he didn't taught me. I just kind of like bumped him by chance during like another juniors exhibitions.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. So
So,
from there, what happened to like inspired you to create your own character and
Oh.
eventually make it out?
Uh, so that is kind of like later down, like close to my graduation, during my degree,
Mm-hmm.
and my girlfriend and I we've been getting into really fell in love with going to like all those like comic fiesta, animangaki, all.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, while I was just scrolling through the internet, I found Tag CC. I think it was like 2018, I think, or 2017.
18.
So
Okay.
yeah, 2018. So I was like, oh, interesting, because Tag CC wasn't really too focused towards anime and everything. So I was like, I was really interested. And I went there with my girlfriend, and then we started to look around, and I started to notice like, holy crap, what are all this? Because I saw Inch Lab's booth.
Oh, that one is 2019.
Oh, that was
AGCC
2019.
2000.
2019
That one is
Ah,
in
at
PWTC.
yeah,
PWTC.
yeah, 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 yeah. So I saw Inch Lab's like huge booth, and then I start to saw a lot of like arts from RGB Daryl that time when he was working
Mm-hmm.
with them. And then I
Yeah.
also saw Robot A, and that time I also saw another artist's work, which is it has like the 武士头 with the like a very.
Okay. Daryl.
No,
Is it?
it's from Hong Kong.
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
the Hong Kong one? Yeah, okay.
yeah.
SC Braver.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, so I saw that one and I was just like, what are all this? And I was like started to be so fascinated and everything. And the biggest moment that I got that click was when I went downstairs and I saw my Toy Hoard's booth. And then just like
Okay.
I'm not sure, maybe Edward was there, I don't remember. But I was
should
just like,
be me
Jacqueline.
or Uplex or Jacqueline. Just few of us there. Like we
it was
rotate around.
oh yeah, it was around the second day. That time I saw it, I was like, oh, there's so a variety of toys.
Oh,
And then I
suddenly
was
kena poison ah.
yes, I was just like instant. And then I remember like the person who was in charge of the stage booth that time didn't tell me that those were for presentation. Just
Mm.
showcase. I just went up to them and I was like, oh can I buy that? I just looked at it, I was like, oh, it's like, oh, it's not for sale, it's for presentation. It's like for showcase. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I just remember just standing there, just like in awe, looking at all of them. And
I
then,
still have the toys. Which one you want? I can sell to you now.
oh, I need to look back at all the pictures. Yeah.
Just joking.
Oh, and yeah, and I just looked at it and I looked all the toys. I got really fascinated. And then at that point, I just got like that huge spark and I was like, I want to be one of them. I want my stuff to be in there.
Okay.
Like creative background. I was like, I want it. I was just like, I wanted to make it. And that's when I started the Shorkuma page, but I didn't really do anything yet because I was still sort of like occupied with a lot of projects, pre-pandemic times, so you're like very occupied with all your daily lives. And it is then on the first exposure a year ago,
Mm.
Yeah.
exposure, I was still very passionate till then, and then people told us yeah, I just continued because I follow my tour and I saw that you guys are opening Explosion. I was just like, I gotta go there. And then I went there like 3 times, I think. Like the
Yeah.
first day, empty, and there's not a lot of stuff. I just still went there. I was like, yes, 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 yes. The second day I went, also nothing much. And then on the launch day, yeah, I also went there.
Mhm.
So I was like, yeah, I just keep browsing and just see all the stuff. I was like, yeah, I gotta do it. Yeah,
Good, 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 good.
Good to
I got
know.
all poisoned so badly. And
We are doing our job right.
yep.
We are glad that we actually open up your mind to
Oh.
let you know what you actually want.
Oh, you open my heart and my soul and my wallet.
What?
Okay,
Uh,
maybe you can tell us why Shorkuma? Why is the name Shorkuma? What is it all about Shorkuma?
oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
How,
Shorkuma,
how do you
yeah.
derive the name Shorkuma?
So actually, Shorkuma, I initially went through like a bunch of like brainstorming, trying to find a really good name and how my character looks like. It's kind of like the name and the character at the same time. And I've been
Mhm.
having troubles trying to create a character that really fits me. And so one day I was just like, okay, you know what? I'll put the character aside, just try to focus on the name. So when I start putting names together, it went through a lot. It's like I had like Oni Akuma or like Kuma-san, just
Mm.
trying to figure a lot of stuff out.
Mhm.
Because I want to have like a very it's kind of like something that I got from a lot of people around. They say like I have like a very cuddly bear kind of a vibe. So I was like, oh,
Okay.
Mm.
I need to have that vibe in me because I want a part of me in there. So I was like, I searched, and I'm a really huge fan of like the Japanese culture, and then so
Mhm.
that is a huge inspiration for me. So I tried to translate it, and then I saw that bear in Japanese is Kuma, and I
Oh,
was like,
okay. Yeah. Yep.
it's one of okay, that's it. Now I need a second one, and the second one is and also like Japanese culture, and for a lot of like artists who are like very huge fan of Japanese stuff, Oni is like one thing that you always have in mind, like Omni mask or like Oni character and stuff. So it's like on,
Yes.
like Oni, feeling inside. So I was like, okay, there must be something Oni demon horn stuff related in it. So I was like, okay, maybe Oni Kuma. I tried to check. Oni Kuma, unfortunately, is being used by a gaming product, so I couldn't use Oni Kuma. So I was to think a lot. And then I went back and then started to think, oh, I like cute stuff, So I was like, maybe I can try to do a small something. It's like the character looks small, so I was like, small, tiny, short, and I was like short. I was like short Kuma, but it doesn't sound right. And I started to play around with the name, and then that's when I concluded with short Kuma. I just removed the T.
Oh,
But it rolled.
okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's
So
a
basically,
short
you come
bear.
up. So basically, you come up with the name first, then only the character. Or
Yes.
maybe okay.
Yeah, it is kind of like that because I was like, I wanted to first try to know who I'm trying to create. Yeah, because like I feel like if I start with something physical and then I just start thinking about the names, kind of like a little backward for me.
All right.
Mm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, it came with Shokuma. So it's basically like a short Kuma thing.
Short
Yeah,
bear.
Short bear.
yeah. And then
So yeah.
and then the design, right? The next question.
Mm.
Is that the design for Shokuma itself is actually being inspired by one time I joined a Halloween party and I made a mask for myself. And at that moment, when I had the mask on, it kind of felt like my character is being concealed, so I can be whoever I want, because the mask is the mask. It's not me.
Mm.
I want that to be part of the design. So that's why I created this character who has like a very flat and like emotionless character
You can
itself.
show us. Maybe you can show us now.
Yeah.
It's the
So,
figure.
yeah. So this is Shorkuma.
Yeah.
For the viewers. So
Can
this
you
is
make
Shorkuma.
a 360 turn?
It's gonna be having a hard time doing that, but
Ah.
yeah. So this
Can you
is
come to near to the camera? You don't mind?
near to the camera.
Ah,
Okay.
yes.
So this is
Nice.
Shorkuma. Yeah.
This is
So
Shokuma. All right.
yeah. Oh my
Nice.
goodness. So yeah. This is so Shokuma, he himself is kind of like has like a very kind of like motionless. It's like a very dirty face at the moment,
Mhm.
and
Mm.
yeah. So I was like, I want him to be able to show his character and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So I was like, oh, put on a mask. Like how I felt when I wore the mask, and that's why I started to think, okay, this is gonna be like the selling point of
Mhm.
Shokuma himself. And then I was just like, oh, I'm gonna do something like really magnetic and stuff like that. And and then the design for Shokuma came out, and this is how it looks like.
Nice.
Ah,
It has a
nice.
bear and everything.
Cool. This is resin, right?
The Currently this is the first prototype, but the final piece that will be out for sale will be
Mm.
made in full resins.
Resin.
All right.
Included, magnets
Okay.
included, all the joints
Ah.
as well as the mask.
Mm.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
fun fact: the palm actually is inspired by a cactus called bear paw. So anyone interested, look it up.
Bear
Mm.
paws.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. You created this. I understand from your account, like your Instagram Shokuma account,
Mm-hmm.
you face quite a lot of challenge since the day you want to make the whole thing out to sculpt it up
Yeah.
until you get it paint. So mind to share with us like what are the challenges you face throughout this new journey for you?
So during this, yeah, that is a really rough journey because I knew nothing about making toys. So, but yeah, the journey is kind of like learning as I go. So
Mm-hmm.
at first, I started using materials such as air dry clay, and I was like, oh, that's maybe something I can use. Unfortunately, it is like a really brittle product. So if for all the viewers who go and check on my Instagram, you might notice that there's actually one particular page where this prototype actually once got knocked off my table and then everything just smashed and on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like
I remember
that.
that.
Yeah, it was. It was a really like I was like not to say depressing, but it's just like a really bad week. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because I used the air dry clay material and it was really brittle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I'm really grateful for the community, the designer toys community, because a lot of people actually reached out and actually gave me a lot of good advice on how to like better improve the materials,
Mhm. Mhm.
such as Bommy Thunder. He actually introduced me to the epoxy putty that you can use, and I've been using that to fix Shokuma ever since.
Yep.
And yeah, the paint job was also a huge journey because I live in a rented room, so can't really be doing a lot of
Yeah.
like drilling and then like the sanding. It's just a mess. It's like you sand here on the table and then dust is everywhere, and then when you go to
Yeah.
Yep.
bed, you feel the dust all over the bed.
So where do you do your sanding? I'm curious.
Fortunately, right here. Right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's like yeah. So I have to plan out every time. I was like, okay,
So
when
you
can
need to
I
improvise lah. Need to
yeah,
improvise lah.
when can I send and when can I go to sleep? Yeah.
Okay.
And then the
Okay.
paint was also a problem because I don't have ventilation. So I had to kind of
Mm.
just like leaning out of the window here and just be like spraying out while I'm hanging each of my parts
Okay.
14 feet off the floor. Off it. Oh, and cold sweating, spraying a bit. But yeah,
Okay. It's fun, right?
it is scary. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, this is the experience that you will always remember, lah. A precious
Mhm.
experience.
Yeah, precious memories that I don't
Yeah,
wish
yeah,
to.
exactly.
It will only get better.
Yes, yes, better is
Like
better.
from what you have experienced, then after this you will find way to maybe get new tools or like make your own like a working space or something like that to do your stuff. Yeah.
That's the
I
goal.
mean, do you know how to do 3D sculpting?
I'm actually ever since I finished working on Shorkuma and then got a lot of free time, so I started to dive into every other media, and one of them was actually learning how to use Blender.
Mm,
Mm.
My girlfriend was like really into it, and I was like, "Oh, can you teach me?"
mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
she's been sculpting quite a few
Yeah,
nice pieces I can see.
yes, and she only did like her tag. Shout out Krista Expert. So yeah, she's been learning a lot, and she did all those stuff, and I was just like, "You gotta teach me. Yeah, I have to learn." Yeah, and then so she taught me, and I just started learning Blender. So yeah, hopefully maybe one day I can use that skill to my advantage someday.
yeah. I mean, if you are producing more and more prototypes, probably 3D sculpt, then do 3D printing
Yeah, yeah, that
rather
would be
than
really.
exposing.
There's beauty when you're doing in hand. Yeah. Mhm.
Nice, nice, nice.
Mhm.
So it's like your first prototype is just using, you mentioned this paper clay, and then you fix with epoxy putty, right?
Mm. Epoxy.
Then yeah, then for the future, if to release this, then it will be in resin.
Mm.
So it's like any like reason why resin, or instead not like for vinyl, or or maybe
Or just
just
3D print. Mm.
yeah, just maybe scan the whole thing and then print it out in 3D.
Yeah. So when I started this, I didn't really know. I don't really have much skills in 3D printing and 3D modeling. So I was like, my only
Mm.
option was to do sculpting. So digital method is out of the way. Then the
Uh,
reason why I chose resin was because I had a few vinyl toys myself, and I loved the its durabilities and stuff, but it felt
Yeah.
light, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so I was like, there's another one, right? It's called Resin. And then I was like, yeah, you can try that one. I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Because I like the weight. When I hold
mm,
Shokuma, I feel the heavy feeling in
Mm.
my hand.
understand.
Okay.
Mhm.
So after this, like, will you continue to develop Shokuma in maybe other masks or maybe other form, or you will create a new character to join Shokuma?
Oh yeah. Shokuma is just itself. When I design Shokuma, the mask is actually meant to change.
Mhm.
Every single mask is like
I
meant to have
see.
like a different character. So
So it's
Shokuma.
interchangeable, lah.
Yes. So if there's any artist who actually is interested to changing it, you can always do whatever you want. And
Mm.
Shokuma is just like someone who wears the mask and be that character.
Mm.
And for Shokuma is definitely not gonna be the only character, and I already have a lot of huge plan to create more Shokuma variants,
Mm-hmm.
and really excited to do all of those projects. Yeah.
Good to know that you
Good.
already start to go wild on this journey.
All the ideas is just coming. Yes, yes, yes.
Whenever when you first get to hold the finished product in your hand, that's the how to say, the achievement, the fulfilling feeling will make you go crazy.
Yeah.
The
I,
first baby.
yeah. I remember when I finished painted the Shokuma, I was like, I put it there. I was like getting ready to take some photos. I remember just staring at it. I was like for an hour, just like, oh my god, I did it. Because this was
Yep.
You are real.
yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is real. This is real. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This is how I feel when I get just a prototype. Like imagine if it's a resin, I was like, my buying is gonna be oh,
Yep,
yeah.
Okay.
it's a good start, man.
It's a good
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you.
How to say, glad that from the day you saw our booth to the day you went for the show and keep the passion and didn't give it up, even it got smashed on the floor, and now you have it in your hand.
Yes.
So this
Yeah.
journey is like not easy. It's like there are quite. I mean, there are definitely quite a lot of many stories out there that probably you people might just give up when after all the hard work they did, and then it just drop on the floor and broken, and then that's it. You just put one side. But glad that you continue, and we managed to invite you to join our show this time, and
Mhm.
from an unfortunately not a physical one, but
Yeah.
then still something.
It's still amazing. Still
Yeah,
being
still something. Yeah. So thank you, Sing, for sharing your this new
Yeah.
journey with us.
Thanks.
thank you guys for this event.
Before we end this, so for those who want to follow the journey of Shorkuma, and you can check out the fallen Shorkuma before this on his Instagram. Is still there.
Yes, my highlight. You always like
So
going to
Instagram is Shorkuma, one word,
Yeah, Shorkuma
right?
one word.
So this Shorkuma for the Exposure 2.0 will be for pre-order, right?
yes, it will be
Pre
pre-orders at
pre-order.
Okay.
mhm.
Okay.
Okay,
So
maybe you show us again
yeah,
your Shorkuma
just turn it around.
one last time
Here we go.
for the audience. Okay, close up. Nice. Cool. So this one will be the first colorway, huh?
Yes, this will be the first colorway.
All right.
Mm.
Okay,
The red is
nice.
super striking, man.
Yeah, very
Really,
reddish.
yeah.
Like very striking, like catch the attention.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice. Good.
Okay, thank you once again, Seng,
All right, man.
for this,
Thank
Thanks.
and
you.
yeah,
Thanks for your time. Hope you have
hopefully
fun.
we will have a physical show in the future, and then
Yes,
you'll see
yes,
more
yes.
Shokuma there.
Yeah.
Yes, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
All right, thank you once again. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Catch up again.
We'll
Thanks.
See
will
ya.
do. See ya.
Bye.